All right, YouTube. 2 videos today. 2 videos. You are so lucky. I can't believe how lucky you are. All right, we had a question. And I thought it deserved an immediate answer. The question went a little something like this. My union has bargained that we are not allowed to strike. So I guess in their collective bargaining negotiations, they entered into a collective bargaining agreement whereby they agreed that the members of that union will not strike. But we want to strike to oppose a return to the office from work from home status. We're mad. There's a work from home in place right now that's ending, and soon we have to return to the office. So we want to strike. Okay, so here's what we're dealing with. If any of you all watched Peaky Blinders, in Peaky Blinders, one of the things these Britain-based gangsters would do to get power is they would organize labor in like steel mills and stuff like that. And they would use that labor organized through lots of means, some violence, some friend making, some bribes, and they would get labor to just walk out at random from the steel mills, stop working, right? And that's one heck of a tactic because the employer is just dead in the water. Nothing they can do, they can't plan, they often don't see it coming. It is a lot of leverage, right? And that's called a Wildcat Strike, where they're just walking out. Maybe the union doesn't, any union strike that the union knows about and plans, it's just a normal strike. A Wildcat Strike is a strike where labor walks out without authorization from the union. So where your union negotiated, hey, we're not going to strike. There can be a discussion about whether or not that term is enforceable, but it's pretty clear, since your union negotiated that deal, they're not going to authorize a strike. So then, if you're striking, well, you're Wildcat striking. And unlike in the era of the Peaky Blinders, here in the U.S., a Wildcat Strike has been illegal since, I believe, 1935. And you might say, but Vince, that weakens labor. Yeah, it does. The government often does not have your back. It's the reality, right? Businesses give way more to governments than labor does. Doesn't matter what the party is, doesn't matter who you're dealing with. Politicians are generally bought and paid for by corporations who are then employers, and they buy protection. So you can't Wildcat Strike. Now, that does not mean that you can't push back. And you still have options, right? There's discussions to be had. I would recommend having those discussions with your union, right? If a large percentage of the membership of a union is very unhappy with what the union has brokered, well then, union's not doing a good job. And there should be meetings, should be conversations. You can change the people who administer your union, right? You can change the people who collective bargaining agree for you. There's changes that can be made, and frankly, most unions are trash. There's some incredible unions who do incredible things that protect their workers and their members, right? For example, we could talk about the police union, right? One might argue they're actually too good, right? Maybe they shouldn't be defending officers who are videotaped killing people in cold blood, right? But I think we can all agree, they go to the mat for their members, right? Not all unions do. Many unions don't even show up, right? How often do we get hired as a private law firm because someone can't get their union to even do discovery on their case when their job is pending? It's wild. So you're going to have to advocate for yourself. The whole key to being a member of a union is holding the union accountable, is making them represent your interests. So rather than engaging in a wildcat strike, which could have serious consequences, I would recommend you hold your union accountable. You would go to your union and say, hey, you're making deals we don't want. You're not asking us what we want. You're just doing what you feel, whatever's easiest for you. Enough already. We're the bosses. You work for us. Let's have a meeting. And that is what I recommend. Comment down below. I feel like there's so many different permutations of this going on right now with the work from home ending and people returning to the office. This is going to be a hot button topic, and I'm here for it. I will track the comments. I will try to give you answers. If you have additional questions, I'll try to make additional videos. I wish you all the best, and I hope you stay safe. Like and subscribe. It does help me to help more people just like you.